Hometown Radio, 1580 KGAF presents the Community Service Report. Here is Dee Blanton.
Hi again, everyone. Time for our community service program on this Friday. It is Gainesville ISD Day, and we're very happy to be joined by, to start out with, a couple of guests. Our usual, organizer of this show, Leslie Crutsinger. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dee?
I call you the organizer because you're the one that throws this together every month, and you do a great job of it. Kind of fill us in on whatever it is you want to talk about, and then we're going to get to another guest who's a kind of a first timer. But tell us what you want to bring to the show today.
Well, absolutely all the great things that are going on. If you've kept up with our social media, with news and everything like that, it's just a great day to be a leopard. We have so many great things going on between UIL. As you know, soccer's in the playoffs. The boys' soccer plays tonight at 7 o'clock, pending the weather. So athletics is going great. Academics is going great with UIL at all levels. We've got a big group of high school UIL moving on to the next level. So just so many great things to be proud of as a Gainesville Leopard. And
in that vein of UIL, that kind of segues into three guests we're going to have coming up here in a little bit. But first of all, we want to welcome Larry Smith, who is the new interim superintendent of the Gainesville ISD. Mr. Smith comes to Gainesville, right?
Mr. Smith returns to
Gainesville. That's right. How long has it been since you were in this system?
Well, I was here from 1983 to 1988.
So we've known each other since 1983.
Yes, we have.
Basically, when I was just a punk kid in radio and you were a football coach.
Yeah. A punk football coach.
Well, but you came with great credentials.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say that.
Right.
All right, you're no stranger to being a superintendent or an interim superintendent. You did that in Lindsay, and of course we're over at St. Joe for a long time. What attracted you to want to accept this challenge?
Well, I told my wife that, I'm not very good at this retirement thing. I just can't get the grasp of it. But I kind of get itchy feet, and when I was told that Dr. Brazier might be leaving, I was contacted by a couple of board members just to see if I might be interested in taking the interim position, and I thought about it, prayed about it, discussed it with Shauna, and then I decided that, I think I might want to do this.
Well, that's interesting. And I think, too, the fact that those board members and eventually the entire board show that kind of confidence in you to bring you on, that says something, too. I don't think the school district could be in any better hands than it is right now.
Well, I appreciate that, Dee. It's very exciting, and things have changed so much since 1988, as you well know.
Yes.
But I'm really looking forward to trying to do the best job that I can to keep the district moving forward.
Yeah, and basically that's exactly what you're going to do, and it's also just keep things afloat until we get a new superintendent.
Right, and that's one of my roles as an interim is to try to help the board make the decision on who we're going to bring in here to take Dr. Brazier's place.
Mm-hmm. And you've got several things to see to while you are in this interim position, and one of those is you're going to get to oversee, it looks like, construction, or at least beginning construction on that new ag facility.
Right. I do have a little bit of background in that because Icon Construction worked with us at St. Joe to build a new ag facility.
Mm-hmm.
It is not as large as what Gainesville is going to build, but I've been in contact with Nathan McQuillan and some of the contractors, and they're already breaking ground, and he told me that if the weather cooperates, they should be pouring a slab next week.
Oh, that's great. And this is the type facility, it doesn't take a long time to build this facility.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah, pretty quick stuff. Well, Larry, welcome. It's great to have you here. Look forward to many more visits. As long as you're here every month, we'll get together.
Sounds great.
All right, sounds good. Now, you have brought guests. Who wants to introduce the guests? You want to do that?
I will gladly introduce our guests here. So we have some of our one-act play thespians here that are going to represent the entire troupe. These particular individuals received individual honors at 1, 2, or 3 of the post-district performances. So we have Landry Dosher here, we have Jake Connor, and we have Hunter Stevens, and I'm going to let them take over here.
All right, step up to the mic. You can tilt that mic up just a little bit for everybody except Landry. That was a joke. No, go ahead and tilt. It'll tilt. Just tilt it. Just push. There you go. There you go. That'll work. Now we can make sure we can hear everybody. All right, Landry, tell us what you like best about one-act play and speech and drama.
Well, it always provides a new challenge. It always provides me with something to do. I put my heart and soul into everything that I do with theater. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I love every single minute of it.
And from what I read, you're getting great accolades for your work too, right?
Yeah, only a few.
Yeah, only a few, right? A few at every competition, just about, for sure. All right, Hunter, let's go to you next. What do you like best about all of this acting stuff?
I mean, it's my life. I mean, it's all I really do. I put a lot of time and effort into theater, and this year really paid off as far as contest and just coming together as a family and putting together a beautiful show that we can give to our community. So that's what I love, is just performing for people.
All right, and that's, hey, what more is there? And I saved the one I know for last. Jake Connor is here. You go through the whole explanation. Why are you a part of all of this, Jake?
It's a big family with theater. I've grown so close to my castmates, and One Act Play is really a chance to like grow as a troupe, and it just gives me a chance to like be someone else, I guess, instead of part of like the student life. But it's something to look forward to after coming home from like a long day of school. It's just a long night of rehearsal, but it's fun. It's a lot of hard work and dedication that goes into the program.
Do all of you continue to rehearse when you're at home on your own?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But because to me, what impresses me most, acting ability impresses me, but just being able to memorize all those lines, that's what impresses me. I mean, it took me forever to memorize the Star Spangled Banner. So, you can, and you hear that everywhere. But no, are there any special techniques or tricks any of you use to help in the memorization?
I know I typically use just good old repetition. I just, like, every time I go through the scene, I just learn the lines better and better, and it just gets easier from there.
Yeah. Well, you two the same?
Yeah, I just read it and read it and read it.
Yeah,
That's
how it
pretty
goes.
much all I have to do.
Continue to read it. Yeah, that's pretty much what it takes. And are you guys prepared to do a little something here for us from the production?
I don't know if there's like a scene with all three of us in it.
I think me and Jake can do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you could, first of all, tell us what the production is and what the basic, I guess, synopsis is of this show.
All right, so our show is called Maelstrom. It's about the life of Edgar Allan Poe in his last 2 weeks of life. He's obviously gone into a drunken state, and he goes into this dream world, if you want to say it, and he's just reliving all of his memories, people he's experienced, and he's trying to find out who killed Mary Rogers for his book, The Mystery of Marie Roget. And he goes crazy, and he sees things that he never thought he'd see again. His wife, which had died, people, his friends, and it's called a maelstrom because it's basically a ginormous storm in his head, and so it's crazy.
All right. So if you two, Hunter and Jake, will step up a little closer to the mic, and I'll let you do a brief little scene here.
Start your beginning monologue.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping. Was it me who farted, or was it I? No matter. You know, Poe, you're wasting your time churning out morbid magazine slop about depressed, talking vultures. The theater could use a man like you.
The theater could use a burning down.
Listen to me. I, Junius Brutus Booth, the greatest actor of this or, well, any other time, proclaim that Edgar Allan Poe ought to take up, in earnest, the writing of plays.
My parents were both actors. The theater killed them.
Oh, of course it killed them. The theater kills everybody. Nevertheless, it's in your blood. Shakespeare's profession, oh, the noblest in the world.
Oh, man, that is good. That is good. A round of applause. Very, very good. And I might say, don't worry, because you're not the first who have farted or fake farted on the radio here.
Awesome, cool.
So, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, continue to see. I know you have a couple of public performances you're going to put on, too, coming up a little later this month. So we'll have more on that on the air and encourage folks to get tickets and get out there and see that. It's a great, great production. Thank you. Larry, thank you very much, and best of luck.
Thanks for having me, Dee. I appreciate it.
You bet, and we'll have you every month if you'll have us. How's that? All right, sounds good. All right, everybody, that is going to wrap it up for our community service program here on this Friday at Hometown Radio 1580 KGAF.